Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Eagle Eye podcast. It is episode 43. Yes, the big 4-3, and we are back. The Eagle Eye boys are here to talk to you guys everything Las Águilas del América, and we're ready to get things going. Finally, we're back from that mini vacation, gentlemen. I know we haven't really been talking to each other as much either. We've just been enjoying a little bit of time off. As always, my co-host, Mr. Dylan Jimenez and Christian. How are we, gentlemen? Actually, let me rephrase that. Mr. Cowboy Dan and Christian, how are we doing?
Oh shoot, it was good. I think Ivan, you saw me mixing and mastering our mixtape whenever that gets ready to drop.
We're about to drop that EP, and boy, it's we're gonna be dropping some fire beats onto the streets.
There you go.
Beats. I like that. That's a good one. We gotta include that somehow.
We will. Christian, how we doing?
We're doing good, man. On Saturday, I tried to make the Club America logo on the pumpkin, and it did not turn out well. So, other than that, though, I've been pretty good.
I'm glad that both of you had a pretty good day because my day has gone from bad to worse. And I've been telling you guys in the group chat. So, little story just to begin the podcast. I went to go get a haircut. I came out looking like I enrolled and listed into the military service, and I'm about to ship out the next week. This is not the haircut I wanted. This is not. I went for a low fade with a 2 on the sides and a light trim on top for a full hog. I came out looking like Forrest Gump when he was ready to go to the military.
You look beautiful.
Well, thank God there's filters on Snapchat, correct?
True.
Correct.
Catch me wearing a hat for the rest of the week, ladies and gentlemen. But we're here. We're back. We're going to be talking about Las Águilas del América. We're going to be talking about the big match coming up against Xolos. We're going to be talking about the Estadio Azteca too after it just saw Shakira play. And then, of course, we'll touch up a little bit about the Mexican national team, who will start playing in a little bit as well. We'll try to get you guys out before then. And, well, without further ado, gentlemen, are we ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Alrighty. I still can't focus on myself. I feel like I'm just I look like an egg right now.
Just don't look at yourself.
It's hard not to look at myself because when I talk, like I'm the one like dead center on the screen. It's not helping. All right, gentlemen, let's jump into what's gonna be the jornada, what, 12th, 13th?
13. Probably could be 14.
That's a very good question that I wish I could tell you.
Wow, we are really bad right now.
Wow, we are terrible. This is
13. Yes, 13. Yes, I just looked it up.
All right, lucky number 13th. We're going up against Xolos in the Estadio Azteca. And, well, before we talk about that, let's reminisce a little bit of what happened 2 weeks ago when we played Tigres. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
No. Coming off that victory, I feel like the team is in good spirit, but I don't know how good spirit it's going to be when most of that was interrupted by the international break.
Exactly. That's kind of one of the thoughts I had too.
I don't think it'll affect us that much.
Because, look, you have players like Cecilio Dominguez, like Bruno Valdez, like Mateus Uribe, that are, not with the national team right now. You have Edson Alvarez and Henry Martin in the national team. So it ponders the question as to whether or not this team is going to be back in full force, ready to compete against Xolos.
Wait, you said they weren't with the national team?
Yeah, they're with the national team.
Oh, I just said that they weren't.
Yeah, you said that they weren't.
I said they were. They are. Whatever. The point is, we are with the national team right now. Look, it's not my day.
I think they'll be fine.
All right, I've had 103 things go wrong. If it's 104, then we're just gonna keep adding.
I think they'll be fine. I think mainly for players like Mateos and Cecilio, who I guess haven't been in the best form this season, maybe they'll pick up some sort of form with the national team and translate it over to their regular team play. But I don't know. I don't think it'll affect them that much, to be honest.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but did I read somewhere that Osorio didn't schedule any friendlies for Paraguay? Apparently he brought in like a bunch of players and had them like separated in like teams, and like all they've been doing is just training throughout this whole Fecha FIFA.
I don't know, but that sounds like a very Osorio thing to do.
That sounds
it does
terrible.
Oh, Paraguay,
So,
we love you.
So I mean, as far as I know, they didn't play no friendlies. They just had their training sessions the whole week in Paraguay.
And let's not forget the team is actually coming off a loss against Querétaro in a friendly match
Oh, yeah,
yes,
that is true.
2-1.
on our birthday.
On our birthday. 102, guys.
By the way, someone in the group chat just said, I've been looking like Bart from the old Simpsons. Oh, man. You know what? Let's just keep it going. Let's keep it going. You know what? I accept the fact that my haircut is not the way I wanted it. I look ridiculous, but we're here to talk soccer, and then we'll joke around me towards the end of the podcast.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm kidding. You guys keep going. Keep letting me know in the comments in the live chat. This is gonna be hilarious. So I mean, how much does that affect the loss, or if it affects at all?
I mean, I don't really
can't say much
think
about
so.
it because we didn't see the game.
Yeah,
it wasn't transmitted live here, so.
But
yeah,
wait, I heard a rumor. Oh, wait, can I go?
Mhm.
Okay, I heard something that supposedly Televisa on their website opened up their broadcast so anyone can watch it now. Is that true or?
I'm pretty sure that's a lie. Unless
Really?
anyone can watch in Mexico.
Okay, yeah, I think that makes more sense. But yeah, that's I think I read that somewhere. But if it's not anywhere in the world, then I'm very disappointed.
Dylan, you were saying?
I don't remember where I was going, to be honest. Well, just kind of going to the point you said, like we weren't able to watch it, so it's kind of hard to make a fair assessment.
The only bright side is Diego Lainez played.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's back, and just I don't know about Renato Ibarra because he was supposed to go with Ecuador, but then he went back to Cuapa because of injury.
Yes.
We'll have to wait and see. Oribe Peralta looks like he's healthy. We saw a player we were worried about.
And today Marchesín left training with an injury.
Oh gosh, I didn't know that.
A couple of days before the game starting.
Hopefully nothing serious.
It looks like Chris 45 says the game was on Univision Deportes.
Oh.
Well, shoot, look at us lacking.
Well, look at that.
But I will say this: the game was transmitted around what 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock my time.
Yes, I
think so.
Yeah,
so I was really getting off work.
I don't have an excuse. I just didn't know it was transmitted.
Yeah, I don't have an excuse either.
Yeah, I just didn't know it was on.
So both of you lacking off. Jesus.
Hey, you know what? Leaving 5 p.m. Central. You know what? No, I was actually getting ready to go to work. So,
You're like two people.
Yeah, there you go. See, Christian slacking, dude.
Oh, dude, it was just I was playing too much Call of Duty over the weekend, so that's my excuse.
All right. Point is, that game's out of the way. But granted, it's a friendly, which a lot of players just trying to get some minutes.
Yeah.
Like Oscar Jimenez, like Diego Lainez trying to get back into the rhythm of things. Aside from that, what more can we say before we start talking Xolos?
Nothing much. I mean, like you said, I guess it's just a friendly to keep everyone in rhythm. There's nothing more to that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Nice jacket, by the way. Where can I get myself one of those?
Thank you. I got the last one from the guy that I was buying it. The one they're wearing this year. So
I like it. I'm wearing the one from like 3 years ago. So
I don't have one. So I mean, I can just stop, please.
Yeah, like Christmas is coming up.
Yeah, Christmas is coming up though.
What are you guys getting me?
Oh, well, we can't. We're gonna do Secret Santa.
We're doing Secret Santa this year. I'm excited. I hope I get. Actually, I don't know. I don't care who I get. Whoever I get's gonna have a dope ass gift though. Just
watch us all get each other. Like I get me, you get you, and Dylan gets Dylan.
Well, I'm gonna give myself a very nice present then.
We'll talk about holiday stuff later down the road. But okay, let's get into the topic of Xolos versus America at the Estadio Azteca this Saturday. I believe it is 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and then of course 7 p.m. Central time for you, Dylan, and for our mountain friends at 6 p.m. So regular time, I guess.
Yep, regular time.
Yeah, basically.
So pretty good. Now, one thing we have to talk about before we even go into this is one, shout out to the Xolos podcast. We were supposed to have Mr. Francisco on for this preview and talk about this. Unfortunately, some things came and impeded him from coming here, but we do appreciate the fact that he was willing to come on to the show. So thank you. Shout out to the Xolos podcast. Hopefully we get to do something with them later down the road again. And then, of course, one thing we need to talk about is something I've been saying quite some time. I'm sorry. Is the Shakira concert that was at the Estadio Azteca.
Ooh, everybody loves Shakira.
Now her hips don't lie, but her stage does really leave a mark, like a really bad mark.
Oh, dude, you said her hip don't lie.
What?
Oh, dude, that was a good one. That was a good one. But yeah, that pitch looks horrendous. You guys seen the pictures, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
Like that just looks like terrible.
I don't even know what to think of it. I really don't.
Why?
I mean, it's just.
How do you not prepare for something like this?
I mean, it's worse than what it was at the beginning of the season.
And then
Go.
Oh, and as soon as it was like starting to get better and we were seeing results, it went back to like square one. So that's what sucks.
Am I the only one that is actually questioning what happened during the concert? Because how the hell does the stadium become that bad after one Shakira concert? What does Shakira do that fucks up the stadium so badly?
Playing language.
Moves her hips.
We'll bleep that out with a Shakira bleep, with one of her high pitched.
But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, maybe it has something to do with the fact that the pitch was already in bad condition, so I guess that just made it worse. I mean, that's the only way I can see the pitch getting that bad.
They probably just like brought like this big trailer, just like drove it all over the pitch just to put that stupid stage together. And like
Shakira was like, no, you know what? I don't like it on that end. Let's bring it on to this end. Like,
and then she didn't like it.
Back. So let's tilt it one way. She's like, you know what? It's perfect. Let's just run it around again.
Exactly. She's all like, she probably hates America. That's probably what it is.
Oh my god, what if she's like a secret Cruz Azul fan? And she's just like, you know what? We're gonna mess up this field as bad as possible. And she's just like, you know what? She's like, don't even bring the stage on wheels. We're gonna drag it.
Oh god. The agony. That's awful.
That's
Can you
terrible.
imagine? Like do you imagine all the golf carts and like it just have chains to some parts of the stage and it just gets dragged around?
Well, she's in Monterrey right now. And Tigres Stadium, so let's see.
What if her goal in life is to just go travel the world in tour, but actually break pitches apart? Like she's just going to stay in the stadium, messing up.
Maybe.
Okay, I think we've gotten off a way weird tangent. And let's go back into the topic. So the stadium is in ridiculous conditions. Obviously, we can hope for the best, but I think we can assume that it's gonna be probably the same pitch as we played against who's our first home game? Atlas?
Yeah, Atlas.
So we can expect the pitch to be just as bad as that game. This is gonna be terrible.
Worse.
This is gonna be bad.
I mean,
at this point, would you guys consider taking off the grass and maybe putting in some artificial turf for this game or something?
Dude, let's just play on dirt. Just play on dirt, man. Just forget the grass already. It might as well just come to that if we're gonna do that.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, but wait. Is that even possible though? Can they actually put in turf like 2 days before the game or 3 days before the game?
Game's on
however long before the game is.
Thursday, Friday. Yeah, that's 3 days before.
I don't think that's possible, to be honest. But if it is, they probably should try to look into that. But if they don't, which I probably think they won't,
they won't because their whole thing is okay. Look, this is a terrible. The terrible thing is that okay, you have this that just happened, right? And then you have the Raiders coming into the Azteca soon. I believe it's next month. No,
next month. Yeah, like a couple of weeks.
Gosh, I forgot about that NFL game.
So now the NFL game is gonna mess it up even more. It's just like, so how much is this pitch gonna have to endure before something actually happens?
I don't know.
I mean, who knows?
At this point, I don't even know.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see something happen after the season's over.
We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see.
Like I really don't think nothing's gonna happen until the season's over.
But we don't want to make the pitch an excuse because both of the teams are gonna have it. Both of the teams are gonna have to endure it, and both the teams are gonna have to find a way to cope with it.
Yes.
I mean, you have to, like you said, and then you bring those other things in too, and we're forgetting that Cruz also plays there too, so they're gonna be playing on it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be a tricky game for everyone here involved. So we'll have to wait and see. So now the question is, how do we field against Xolos? Because we're gonna skip the whole talk about the Estatistica. Yes, it's in poor conditions, it's in terrible conditions, but I think we're gonna leave that to the side, and we'll hardly talk about it. And if we have to, we'll talk about it in the next podcast, whether or not it actually played effect. But let's just dive into the game itself, into the match, into the tactics, into what Piojo is probably most likely going to do, and let's break it down for the people so that way we can get right back into the swing of things, since it has been. I feel like it's been a while for us here.
Has it? I don't know. It's been all right.
It's been about a week.
It's been a week, I think, like usually.
Oh yeah.
Like usually.
I don't know. It just felt longer. But all right, gentlemen. We're going up against Xolos, who, remind me, what position are they in?
Xolos are in 10th.
They are in 10th position. So they're literally fighting for that playoff spot.
Listen, it's between anyone right now, honestly.
And even our position at top, which I believe we're third, correct?
We are second.
We're second.
We're second. So even that itself is not even secure.
Definitely not.
So obviously two teams playing for 3 points, I believe. I mean, if you're Xolos, I would imagine you have to come in and try to get 3 points.
No, yeah, definitely. That race at the bottom is very tough. 7th through, like, I guess 14th, maybe 15th is all very tight right now.
So I mean, that just goes to show you how we're getting to that, end of the season where everything's vital. Like you two gentlemen were saying in previous podcasts, we're getting to the point where it's it's do or die, and we got to buckle it up, and we got to secure as much points as possible and get as much 3 points as possible. And you would imagine that every home game isn't automatically 3 points that we need to go get.
Exactly.
Well, I've been kind of saying that since the beginning, but it is at that point of the season.
It's true, but now you're just like, now it's like you need to, like,
it's do or die.
It's if you let any point slip at this point, you're causing for concern.
A big concern, which we don't need right now, because especially with the inconsistencies the team has at times, then that's really going to be concerning once we start dropping points. If we do, which I hope we don't.
Which I'm the same here. I hope we don't drop any points as well, but we'll have to wait and find out. All right, gentlemen, give me your predicted lineup for Xolos versus America.
Who goes first? Me or Christian?
Flip a coin.
Flip a coin. Christian, heads or tails? Call it.
Heads. Oh.
Dang it.
All right, I'll go first. Okay. So if Marchesín is ready, I'll put in Marchesín. I'll have Paola Aguilar, Bruno Valdez, Aguilera, Jorge Sanchez, Renato Ibarra, Guido Rodriguez, Mateus Uribe, Andres Ibargüen, Roger Martinez, and Oribe Peralta.
Now, notice how when you said Aguilera, none of us even blinked an eye or even questioned you.
Yeah, because I mean, he had a great game against Tigres, and I don't see why he needs to ride the bench next game.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that right now. Sure. Dylan, do you change anything? Make any adjustments to that?
I just don't know about where Renato Ibarra is right now. So if he's not ready, I'd just put in Linus. I mean, that's my only change, to be honest.
Yeah.
My only change is the same one as yours, but I'm not putting in Linus. I'm putting in Cecilio Dominguez.
Really? That's an interesting one. I would love to hear why you would put Cecilio in over Linus.
Because that's what Piojo would do.
Well, true.
And because Linus is barely coming back up from injury. Doesn't mean that he's ready to go. Yeah, he started a game against Querétaro, but that was a friendly.
Oh, yeah.
And Cecilio wasn't even there. So if Cecilio was there, I promise you he starts ahead of Linus in that friendly.
And I also want to know. I said Roger instead of Henry, even though Henry had a decent game when he played against Costa Rica in the Selección.
Uh,
But I
I
just
unless he merits another goal then against
today,
Chile, then yes, he probably
yeah,
maybe gets the nudge.
mhm.
But
Yeah,
I
but
don't
yeah,
I don't see that partnership.
like me and you, yeah, yeah. I still think Roger will be over Henry.
Dylan.
I still even think, like you said, if he gets another goal, and then you say he merits to start, I still don't think he merits to start because I just think that's how Piojo is, and Piojo's gonna have Roger no matter what.
I think we said in the last podcast that the only way Henry gets a start this weekend is if Oribe Peralta is injured for the game,
Right.
which it doesn't look like he is. So it looks like that partnership is going to continue between Roger and Oribe. Now, it's not to say Henry might not see minutes, and if he does, maybe he merits a start if Roger does poorly and he comes in and gets a goal.
Yeah.
Doubt it.
I mean, it's all in the air right now. It's all in the air right now with him.
I mean, yeah, it is, but I still doubt it. I mean, because there are plenty of times whenever we question, why hasn't Henry getting a shot, or why wasn't Henry subbed in, and you don't see him get subbed in. You still see Roger can stay in it, and so I just kind of doubt it.
I mean, it all depends.
I'm just expecting the worst, and I hope I get happy in the end. But right now, I'm just expecting the worst.
If we're expecting the worst, then
well, in this situation, in this situation.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna say the worst is like we get beat like 12-0.
Oh no, not that. No, not that.
Ideal.
I'm just saying because you have spoken about Henry getting subbed in and getting some minutes, but I'm just setting my bar low for that because I don't expect it, to be honest.
If Henry comes in, well, you have to imagine too. What's the situation of the game looking like?
I was just about to say that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If we're chasing a goal, then Henry's coming in no matter what.
Definitely.
If we're 2-0 up, I don't know if Henry comes in or not. If we're 3-0 up, yeah, we're not seeing Henry. We're 1 goal up and the game is looking pretty tight. It's in the air as well, whether or not we'll see Henry.
It's all game situational.
I mean, the best situation Henry can hope for is that we're losing by a goal and are chasing it down the 70th minute so he can come in and try to do an impact. But I mean, that's not what you want either to see from the team.
Definitely not, no.
So Henry is in a tough situation right now, in which, and it would be nice to see him play because La Ley is the the lay of the X, where you play against your former team and you score against them, usually 9 times out of 10. But I mean, we'll have to wait and see with Henry. So, but you gentlemen gave me your lineup. We're going 4-4-2, or are we dropping Cepillo into that camp spot?
4-4-2.
You would think 4-4-2, but we'll have to wait and see again.
Because
that's just me, though.
I have seen we have seen that 4-4-2 a little bit more often now, but there is points in the game where Oribe starts off in that camp spot, but then moves his way up onto the pitch and becomes that partner striker with Roger. I guess it just all depends on how the situation is, but I think Oribe is finding himself quite comfortable in that camp spot, and he's looked pretty decent. Even though we've criticized him a lot, he looks pretty decent.
Yeah, but I guess I don't know. We always throughout the season, I think we wanted him and Roger to have some sort of partnership, and that just hasn't happened this season. Is it because Roger's not in form, or is it because Oribe's dropping back too much? A little bit of both. I don't know.
I think it's because sometimes Roger drops back even more
as well. Yeah.
Oribe's trying to play now Roger's spot, and it's just like.
And we do see Roger drop down a lot, which is very interesting to me.
That's true.
Because he's supposed to be that lethal number 9 in the box, get all the balls, but he's dropping back as well. It makes no sense.
Well, it's going to be interesting enough either way. With the players that we fielded on the pitch, whether Renato Barros starts, which we hope he does, whether, whether Aguilera or Edson start, I think we'll be pretty decent in the defense. Now, my question is, and this is probably a question that's going to be hard for any of us to answer, is how is Xolos going to come out at us?
I think they're going to be hungry. Yeah,
everything. We highlighted the perfect situation for them. They're 10th in the table. They're 2 points. No, actually, no, they're actually tied for 8th, but due to goal differential, they're in 10th. So they're going to be coming out for everything. They need a win, and expect them to not sit back. In my opinion, they're gonna come for this game.
Exactly what Chris 45 said earlier is the Xolos going to come in looking for that win. They're going to be looking for that victory, and questions have to be asked as to whether or not we're going to be able to compete with them, and how do we compete against them too. Now, knowing that this team is going to go at us, knowing that this team is probably going to want to look for something, do we sit back, soak up the pressure, get them on the counter, or do we do something we've always been saying, and is take the game to them from the first get-go?
Tigres. We did that against Tigres, and look what happened.
True, but then what happened? We got that early goal. What happened after that? We sat back. We got relaxed. Now you would imagine that the team would learn from that. But how many times have we said that before?
True, but I hope Miguel Herrera, has some sense in his mind this weekend and does what America did that second half. We got the goal and we kept going and we got the second goal. And I'm hoping that there's a repeat of that on Saturday.
Dylan, what do you think is going to be key and crucial for us to walk away with 3 points at the Estadio Azteca?
Now that I think about the last game against Tigres, I think I'm going to change the lineup and put Emma Aguilera and Bruno Valdez up top and have Oribe and Rogers start in the center back position.
Because it just looks like they're the only one scoring.
Yeah, I mean, it really does. If I really think about it too, I mean, like you were saying, how much pressure can we soak up before we make a mistake? We get too comfortable and we let in one, and then at that point we can either be chasing one or we can be looking for the win. And so it's going to be real critical on how we approach this game and how we go out and actually start the 45 minutes or the first 20 in a sense too as well, because you want to look for that early goal and get things rolling too on the offense. But the question that I have too now is who's going to be that person who's going to step up and score, because we can't really depend on Bruno or Emma really stepping up that much, because you still look for that between Roger and Oribe Peralta too as well. But then again, that set piece could come in handy and they could still score from that, but we can't always depend on that
exactly.
too.
It's not a guarantee. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then we're saying set pieces are going to be crucial for us.
Judging by the last game, yes. From now on forth, the set pieces will be crucial for us.
No, and the last game, I think it's just been a repetition of things that we've been pretty good on the dead ball situation.
Yeah, but that too. But we've talked about it since. Well, I mean, whenever we first started this too, Ivan, in last November, and going all the way up until now, we've seen this team continually struggle with consistency on the pitch, whether it be from a certain player, whether it be from the whole team. I mean, at this point, I kind of question what America are we going to get this coming game too as well.
You'd hope that the best side, but I mean, you can also say, well, I mean, worst case scenario, we probably play a pretty dull game and still walk away with the points, like the Atlas game.
Yeah. I mean, no doubt. I think at this point, you scrape what you can get and still get those 3 points, and I think you're happy with it, whether it's an ugly win or a good win. But still, at the end of the day, you kind of still have to ask that, and that's still in the back of your mind.
Let me ask you a question, gentlemen. This is a question that anyone can answer. True. Would you guys prefer to see an America win, scrape up points, playing horrible and terrible, and walking away and possibly finishing second or first, or have an America play a consistent amount of football and a consistent and a really good style and get 4th or 5th place?
Oh man. I mean, because we've always talked about, this is the point in the season where you can't drop points. And, we definitely need to really keep things going, especially whenever we get into the Liga, praying that we do get it, which we're looking pretty solid so far getting there, because we have gotten to that point where they're in the Liga, we either score or we don't. And I think we can go back and look at the Apertura too and think, we didn't score at all in that Liga. And then here we come against Pumas. Obviously we get big wins in both legs, and then we struggle against Santos. I mean, it's just always building on that consistency too as well. But at this point, I think got to be pretty okay with just scraping by and getting the win, however we can. To be honest,
Same. I agree.
So you guys rather see ugly, terrible, but still walk away with points and finish first or second, than rather to play a consistent amount of football, play beautiful, and have a style and a rhythm, and finish fourth, fifth, or sixth?
The thing is, you can finish whatever on the table, but if you're hot for Liga, that's all that matters, to be honest. If you're the 8th seed and you're playing out of your mind in Liga, you're gonna win the championship, even though you played a subpar season. So honestly,
that's where I'm going.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying though. Like having a consistency, yes, that's nice to have, and I guess that's what all three of us want. And I guess that's not what we're getting with Piojo. But if we play that consistent football and get first rounded, what's the point?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. And you go back and if y'all can tell me or a season like we've had like maybe a 5-game stretch where we're playing consistently for five games, then yeah, I'd agree with you. Then I want to play consistent, play good football. But at this point, it's just you got to scrape it what you can and get those 3 points, because that's what's crucial in the end.
Understood. And that was just my question, because it's interesting to kind of see where we're at in this situation. But I agree. I think the higher you finish in the table, the more security you have in that aspect.
Exactly.
But now the magic number has always been 30 points, and you will qualify for the Liga no matter what.
Right.
And we're about 7 points away from that.
6.
We're at 23 points.
We're at 24.
24.
We're at 24?
Yes,
yeah.
Sir.
What number is
at 26?
Oh, yeah. My mistake. I read a 3. But yes, we're 6 points away. That's even better. That's 2 wins.
That's
2 wins away from securing a Liga spot.
And we can get those 2 wins today against Xolos, and then next week against Cruz Azul.
That's going to be a big one.
Who is in first place?
Exactly, Cruz Azul. And we are only 2 points away now. Cruz Azul has a game coming up against Querétaro, which should be interesting to watch. But even if they draw, that's more than merit enough. Now, of course, a lot of people say, well, you probably don't ever want to finish first place. But, still, I think America always has to aim for the top.
Mm-hmm.
And first place is obviously the top, so we gotta keep going and pushing forward. But I mean, 2 more wins, and that secures you a Liga spot, and a pretty good Liga spot too. So now the question is, you think that we can get these 2 wins, and most importantly, starting with the first 3 points against Xolos? So you guys think that the team has it in them, or are we going to see a team struggle against Xolos?
I mean, kind of like what we mentioned before, and what I mentioned. It's just you don't know what this team is, how this team's going to come out and play. I mean, yeah, you look at the team, you see the talent, you see the depth, and yeah, no doubt this team can do it. It's just, in my opinion, what side are we going to get, really?
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think we can do it. I think me and you, Ivan, can agree that the Tigres game left us, I guess, a little bit more content with how the team is going and the form that they're trying to achieve and the play style that I guess they're trying to go for. Can they implement that against Tijuana? I hope so. And what I mean by implement is that aggressive style, and don't sit back and keep chasing a goal or keep trying to achieve a goal. If we can do that, I think we can beat Tijuana.
I agree. I think we have it in the bag as long as we go out there and play our game.
Mm-hmm.
So funny enough, now let's talk about a couple of players who we think are going to be crucial for this game. I think I'm gonna make it a little bit tougher on you guys. You guys give me a player that you guys think is going to be crucial and vital without giving me without giving me Guido Rodriguez as one of your players. Go.
Aguilera.
Interesting. Okay. Dylan?
Y'all not gonna like this. It's gonna be weird, since I've talked about him a lot, but I think Roger Martinez would be important.
Interesting enough. Okay, now I'll go back to you, Dylan, right now. But Christian, why is it that you think, besides the main man. We always would say Guido Rodriguez, but why Aguilera?
Well, we've why not Aguilera? The whole season we've been criticizing this man for having a very very below average games. Yes, he had an amazing game against Tigres, but he also did mess up a little bit. We can't allow those mistakes against Tijuana because one of these mistakes, that could be a goal for Tijuana. We're chasing down a goal, or maybe that's a goal in like the 80th minute. Now we have 10 minutes left to score and tie, and it could be his fault. So yeah, Aguilera.
So I guess we're looking for consistency in regards to that department with Aguilera as well. Now, the funny thing is, though, now what happens to Edson? Are we just going to let him ride the bench, or do we think that he has merit enough to come back? Because I think he had a pretty good game against Costa Rica.
I mean, we do know the type of player Edson Alvarez is. We know his potential. We know what he can give. It's just up to Piojo, I guess, at this point. I guess it's a good situation to have if Aguilera is playing consistent. And I like how he played against Tigres. It's a good situation to have because you can swap in either or. But you guys mentioned also, Edson and Bruno kind of have formed this partnership, and if you disturb it, then all things can go ugly. So
I'm afraid at this point it's been tainted, that partnership.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of tough, but I don't know. Aguilera is the man I'm looking for this Saturday.
Okay, interesting. Now go, Mr. Dylan. Why was it that you said Roger?
I think it's past overdue, and I think he's going to do something here this game. I feel like he's going to be involved in a goal scoring chance and either assisting or scoring. I think it's overdue, obviously, and I think this is the time for him to do it. And I think he's going to really step up and prove me wrong a little bit. And I hope he does.
If not, next week, Dylan's going to come in and be like, what really grinds my gears? A man named Roger Martinez. But I'm looking at him as well. But I think a player that's going to have a really, really important game, a really vital game, and someone who I think needs to try to step up and try to continue to, convince me that he's in good form is Ibargüen.
Okay. Yeah, because his game against Liga was not good.
Exactly. I for moments forgot he was playing on that wing. Mm-hmm. We have to wait and see whether or not he can prove me wrong. The pitch is going to play against him, though. Any winger at this point, the pitch is not going to be their strongest suit because the ball's going to get stuck. The ball's not going to roll as fast. It's going to look horrible. It's going to look like my Sunday league when you just barely start playing. It's going to look terrible. Now, whether or not he can get himself accustomed to that, and the quicker he can adapt to it, the better he can be. But I think he can prove something.
Yeah. And I think it's interesting that Dylan brought up Roger Martinez. Judging, knowing what the pitch condition will be, shoot the ball. You never know. One of these lucky bounces or, the grass is... There's no grass. So I don't know. Maybe the ball takes this awkward turn and it goes in, Try to something to get his confidence up. Because, like we've mentioned in the show, in the beginning of the show, this is the vital part of the season, And it'd be nice to have a lethal goal scorer on our team.
It really would. It really, really would. Now, I'm looking at the weather, and wow, there's rain coming down from Friday all the way till the next week on Thursday for Mexico City. So we're going to see rain. We're going to see rain against Xolos, most likely than not. What does that do to the pitch now? It's going to make it muddy. It's going to make it terrible, and it's going to make it just even worse. Back to your point, Christian, shoot the ball. You never know what might happen. Now, it could be the scenario where you shoot the ball and it gets stuck because the mud just makes it like that. But, you got to take your chances. It's not – look, for those of you expecting a good game of football, it's not going to be that. It's going to be patchy. It's going to be rough. It's going to be very interrupted by the pitch, by the gameplay. The ball is not going to roll as fast. The movement's not going to be as good. It's going to be a pretty cringy game to watch, but it's still going to be important that these teams adapt as quickly as possible and try to play their style. The only thing that worries me is we're going to start playing long ball United and just try to get that ball up to Roger and just completely forget about the midfield.
Right. But is that the game plan that you have to go now? Like, does that result to because of the pitch condition? If the pitch is terrible and the midfield can't create anything, then maybe that's the only plan you kind of have. And we know what Roger can do when he's 1-on-1. He can out muscle a defender very easily, and break clear for a chance. But is that really how we want to play though? I kind of I don't know. I kind of don't agree with that.
I'm just saying the team's gonna feel the pitch for about 5 to 10 minutes, and if the ball on the ground isn't working, then guess what? First thing you're gonna start doing is thinking that ball over.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the right answer? No. But Dylan,
I mean, eventually, you either adapt or something's got to change on the pitch. I mean, if worse comes to worse, I know we talked about needing this win, getting 3 points, and being crucial. But what if we don't get that chance really? What if Xolos doesn't get that chance? Is a draw content with us? Because it could come down to that. It seems. I wouldn't like the draw.
And I promise you, if we get a draw, people are going to start calling for Piojo's head
again.
Mm-hmm. It's that simple.
It is that simple. I think we've said it before. Piojo needs to start getting his act together, because if we don't win the championship this year, I don't know how confident I am seeing him again in the Apertura, in the Clausura.
Interesting. Interesting. Now, another thing we haven't even talked about, Piojo's not even going to be on the pitch.
Oh shoot! Right. Yeah,
you're right.
So what does that do?
Wow, this game is shaping up. I'm also excited to watch this game on Saturday. Haven't watched America, in the week. I'm very excited. And now the pitch, the injuries, Piojo not being there. Oh man, this is gonna be a struggle.
It looks like it might be.
But the best teams can cope with the struggle, and I think we have to prove that this Saturday.
I agree. I completely agree. Anything else you want to add on, Dylan?
No, I think we covered just about everything.
All right, gentlemen. So we're gonna be looking for a tight, close game in which we can probably walk away with all 3 points. If we do walk away with one, I would say it is a failure of a match. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't start calling for Piojo's head though. How much people are gonna start blaming the pitch? We have to wait and see.
It's gonna happen,
but it's gonna be interesting to see how this team can cope with everything going on. Really. Everything that is going on. So hopefully, we can walk away with 3 points. And with that said, gentlemen, give me your predictions for Saturday.
Man, 2-0 America.
What did you say?
2-0.
I said, give me you guys' predictions.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I can't hear what he's saying. Like what he say? But I would go 1-0 America.
Okay, keeping it tight. Christian.
2-0.
2-0
for America. I am
6-0.
Gonna go. I'm going.
You want to.
I'm going 3-1.
3-1.
Okay.
3-1 America. I think there's goals, and I think there's enough mistakes happening on the pitch.
Yeah.
So, looks like we're all comfortable with that. Dylan, write them down, seeing as how you're the only one who's gotten anything right. And we have to congratulate Dylan because we didn't say that. Congratulations to Dylan. He got the result right against Tigres, 3-2. Congratulations, Dylan. You got yourself a point.
Congrats, Dylan.
I'm ready for my Gacito now.
Don't worry, the season's not over yet.
There you go.
Just wait till America comes out and wins 3-1 on Saturday.
Okay. Hey, it was pretty close. Did you just say 3-1 too last time? And it was there, and then boom, they just scored.
Yeah.
I was like low key after I saw it. I was like, just stay there. Like nobody scored. Just keep it that way.
Well, let's hope. We're hoping for the best for our Aguilas, and hopefully after that we can we can try to focus on Cruz Azul afterwards. But we're pretty content about that. And well, like we said, make sure you guys do follow us on Twitter at Eagle Eye Pod, because we'll have you guys covered for everything live in regards to that, lineups, news, and live tweets throughout the whole game. So make sure you guys do follow us on there. Also follow us on SoundCloud and iTunes, because you guys can always have us on the go if we ever miss a game a game, a podcast in any sense, make sure you guys do and follow us there. But we're hopeful and we're looking for a pretty good victory against Xolos. Whether or not we'll get it, well, that's gonna be up to the team, and we'll have to wait till Saturday to find that out. All right,
Mhm.
gentlemen. Before we move on into the next segment, I think Christian, you have a trivia question for us and a trivia question for the people.
Yes, sir. Today's trivia question is: in the 2017-18 season, who did America sign from Racing Club? That is the
Interesting.
question. You can put that link in the description. Oh, my man, already on top of it.
Look at that. I think the answer is Rolfo Montenegro, but that's just me.
I was gonna say Benedetto.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Close.
Yeah. Also, we forgot to tweet out the scoreboard last week, but we'll tweet it out right after the show. So don't worry, you guys get to see where you guys are at, and it's getting very tight. So answer these questions, people.
Answer them. You have an hour. So go. Go, 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 go. Now, one thing that we have to talk about before we jump into the next segment is just a little rumor, that happened about 2 days ago, in which a certain player by the name of Arturo Vidal said at Univision Deportes with Bamban Zamorano that he would love to come play for America.
He said love.
Did he
Love.
say love?
You said encantaría, but yeah, same shit.
Pretty
so.
close.
Encantaría. He would like, because then people are gonna start saying that this and that.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's close enough.
Close enough. All right, gentlemen, just give me your thoughts. Would you guys take Arturo Vidal?
Wow,
I
it's
would.
a very, very controversial player in regards to his comments about Liga Mexicana, and then he comes out with this. He's a great player. You can't deny that. He is a very good player. He is in Barcelona for a reason.
Your favorite, Christian?
Yeah, not my favorite. Wow. I don't know. Why not? Why not? Arturo Vidal in America, like, come on.
But okay, but like, who would go? Like, let's say if we still have the same core players for some odd reason, who would go? Because I mean, we'd have to get rid of somebody. You think?
Or maybe change the formation.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah,
To accommodate. You never know. I'm telling you guys, this we're very far from it. But after the apertura, that transfer window is going to be, I think it's going to be a crazy one for us. There's a lot of players that will expire contracts with expiring contracts, and a lot of rumored players to come in, like always. But now more than ever, big names, I guess. But yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll have to wait and see. I wouldn't mind. I think Arturo Vidal would be awesome to have in America. Can you imagine? Menes, Vidal,
Guido.
Oh yeah, Guido.
Oh my God! Stop! Don't get me too excited. Don't get me too excited.
It's a possibility, though. It's
a very big possibility, especially if he comes out on national TV and says that. There's something there.
The question is, are we gonna splash the cash? Because we've been known to be a bit.
Yeah, true. And you also got to think that the Dos Santos brothers are rumored as well to come and they would love to. Another rumor that I have been hearing, I don't think it'll happen. Supposedly Carlos Vela is also interested in coming to Club America.
Can you imagine Vela on one wing, Linus on another, or Ibarra, Vidal, Guido,
Jonathan Dos Santos,
Mateus Uribe in the camp spot, and as striker.
We have a very good midfield.
Damn, what are we playing with 2 center backs? We playing with 2 center backs now?
I think we would play a 3-5-2 if that were ever to happen.
No, we're playing a 1-6-3.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting transfer window the next one. But who knows? Maybe in December we can have a little bit of moves here and there. I don't think it'll happen, to be honest, but we never
a big move like that. I don't think until the next summer, but January it will be interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
There's always some moves going on.
Always, especially in Liga Mexicana. So We'll have to wait and see.
All right, gentlemen, let's move on to our next segment, a small segment. Our Lady Aguilas played against Puebla, in which they drew 1-1.
Oh, it wasn't 1-8. I thought it was 2-2 for some reason. But yeah, you're right. 1-1.
Nah, Puebla scored first, and then the ladies came back and equalized, and that's how it ended.
Well, I mean, not much we can say after that, too, because damn it, again, another game we weren't able to watch.
Yeah.
It's just it's difficult. It really is. So.
Liga MX Femenil, get yourselves together and get yourselves a TV contract down here in the States. I promise you, there's enough audience here that is willing to watch. There's enough of an audience here that you can branch off and market. Believe me, the ladies are here. They're here to stay. You got to give them something, though, or else they're going to look elsewhere.
Exactly.
I think they'd have much bigger audience than the Women's League here in the States.
They would. They really would, because let's face it, you already have that fan base of, the men's side of things. Just imagine the women's side.
Exactly.
Interesting enough.
Exactly.
I mean,
spot on, Ivan.
Exactly. That seems to be the word of the day today. Exactly. Well, with that said, good luck to our Lady Aguilas in the upcoming games as well. I know they're getting towards the tighter end of the season as well, in which they need to be on it, and it looks like they will. This is a team that we've always said, it looks like they're hungry for championship. They've been so close 2 times already. Now, question is, will they finally make it to the glory promised land? This time around.
How cool would it be if both men and women won?
That would be what a parade that would be.
Yeah, what a parade. I think we should go.
And we will go.
They have Xolos next.
Interesting.
So that'd be something to keep an eye out for.
Here or away at Xolos?
Oh shoot! Now I forgot. Keep that thought. Don't lose it.
If it's away at Xolos,
it's a home game. It's a home game.
Oh, it's a home game? Okay, never mind. I can't go. But good luck to our Lady Aguilas. We're with you always in spirit and in heart. And one day we'll actually be able to watch you guys.
Yes. One day. It's coming soon. I can feel it.
One day.
Hopefully. Someone give us that illegal stream, to every one of them.
Drop the link. And I'll pay you $20.
Whoa, you're getting a little bit too fancy. We don't have that in the budget, Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan.
Well, it's coming out of my personal money.
Oh, because I was
okay.
We barely had enough of a budget to go get my haircut. I had to pay $5 at this shady place. Why do you think I ended up looking like this?
I think you look fine, Ivan.
Just to kind of cap things off for the Lady Aguilas. They sit in third right now with 23 points, 3 points away from Pachuca, who's in first, and 1 point away from second, which is top 2 in both groups make the playoffs. A point away from Toluca.
Interesting.
Wow.
All right. Good luck, Lady Aguilas. Now let's move on to our final segment of the show, and we're going to talk briefly Mexican national team, because 1, there's a rumor that we have a head coach, and 2, they're actually playing right now. So,
and we're smoking supposedly. Let's go.
Let's keep it going. Now, question is, we'll start off with the big news. Tata Martino, someone you know very well, Christian, from his time right now at Atlanta United, is rumored to be the coach for the Mexican national team and will be arriving after the MLS season.
Yikes.
Now.
That's my thoughts. Yikes.
Christian's like on the fence with this right now.
And I am too.
Listen, being a supporter of Atlanta United and knowing how, I guess, the team kind of works and operates, Tata Martino was rumored to leave by the end of the season. Now, having said that, there is definitely a top level manager already lined up if Tata Martino were to leave.
Welcome to the Atlanta United podcast, people.
As an Atlanta United supporter, this doesn't really bother me as much because I know we will get a top level manager to come in. Now, for Mexico, this is where things worry me. Tata Martino has been known to be a little bit of a nomad. He likes to go here and there. I think I saw Kari tweet this out on Twitter that she doesn't think that Tata Martino is good for a long-term plan, and that's what Mexico needs, and I completely agree with her. But I do have to note his his achievements. For one, getting Paraguay to the quarterfinals of a World Cup, something that we have failed to do. Getting Paraguay to a Copa America final, getting Argentina to 2 Copa America finals. He has experience with national teams. Can he be good for Mexico? I hope. Is it the right choice? I don't think so.
Well, what I take away from that is one, you are saying that Tata Martino is iffy in this whole Mexican national team, and two, you're confirming Zidane for Atlanta United.
If it's Zidane, I'm all for this move. I don't care
But
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
if we're talking Tata Martino, I don't know. He's a very good coach. I just think he's a very good coach for a South America team. And if you focus on that Atlanta United team, there's a lot of South America blood in there.
Yes.
So my question is, can he adapt and cope with Mexican national team players and the Mexican League?
I sure hope so. But that's the thing, though. I think Tata Martino has that ability to cope with whoever is given it to him. He can adapt to certain play styles. I mean, there's a reason why he was a Barcelona coach at one point.
What did he do as a Barcelona coach?
Okay, well, yeah, you're right. He didn't do well with Barcelona, but he still was in Barcelona for a reason. Correct?
Yes, but I don't know.
I mean, his resume is
I'm on the
impressive.
fringe about it too. I'm on the fringe about it because I don't know.
Well, but I'm trying to find light into this. Because this rumor is probably the biggest rumor we have seen about a national coach. So, trying to shed some light here. But like I was saying, though, his resume is impressive. Though you have to agree with that.
Now, TV Azteca was the one who leaked this out.
Yes.
How much credibility do they have if rumor has it they're going under themselves?
That's where I'm iffy about this, because they also said that he was supposed to be presented on December 8th. But if Atlanta United makes the MLS Cup final, December 8th is when they will play the final.
Yeah.
So
look at that. Mexico's just getting messy.
We've been a mess for a long time. It's just shedding light now.
But we'll see. Who knows? Maybe he's the manager to take us to a World Cup final, and we're just over here just whining about it without even giving the guy an opportunity. It's the Mexican in us. It really is the Mexican in us to question.
I think
someone who's coming out and hasn't proven themselves in Mexico. I promise you that if we were to bring in someone like Louis van Gaal or Jose Mourinho or who's the guy that won the Premier League with Leicester City?
Ranieri or something like that. Something like that.
Romagnoli. No, it's not even Romagnoli.
No, it's not Romagnoli. I know it starts with an R, definitely, but I don't know how to pronounce it.
Point is, if any of those coaches were coming in, coaches that we know have won stuff, Champions League titles, if they were to come in, we would question that one right away just as much as we've questioned any other foreign manager that's come in, like Juan Carlos Osorio, like Sven Goran Eriksson when he came in.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that is not a national is always going to get questioned. Even the nationals themselves get questioned. It's the Mexican in us just to complain about it, to question it, to doubt it, without even giving the proper opportunity to showcase.
I just feel every Mexican wanted Mateus Almeida to be the coach so badly that they just question any choice that the Mexican Federation does at this point.
You're wrong, because I was glad to know that he wasn't coming on.
Right, but okay, 90% of Mexicans wanted Almeida to be the national team coach, and
that seems more accurate.
He got announced to San Jose, and now everyone's kind of bashing the federation for it. So any coach that comes in, it's already going to start from the bad foot because it's not the coach that they want, unless it's a top-notch coach like Ancelotti or Zidane or anything like that.
I think the only one that can come in right now and be like, okay, yeah, is Zidane. That's the only one that can
definitely.
And no one will bat an eye.
Exactly, yeah. But let's be realistic here. Zidane will not be coming to coach for Mexico. So.
And if he was to lose 2 games, people would already start calling for him. Like, why would we bring Zidane in? Yada, yada, yada.
He's French. I don't care. He's not Mexican. Why is he here?
Exactly.
He's bald.
The Mexican in us. It's the Mexican in us. We are terrible.
We are very
absolutely
bad.
Terrible. But I'll have to wait and see. Now, Mexico did end up winning against Costa Rica 1 week. Well, not even 1 week, a couple days prior to this podcast.
Right.
How'd you guys watch that game?
I liked it. A bit sloppy in defense, but I liked it.
Yeah. That's a good second half subs to get things going and, good comeback win for them too.
Victor
Tell
Guzman
two
is
halves.
very good.
Yes.
I hope we have him in America one day, but I feel he'll be going to Europe. So
Who?
Pocho Guzman.
Oh, yeah, he's going to Europe.
Yeah, he is a very talented player. It sucks that he missed the last World Cup because of injury, but he's a very good player.
Yep. Very good indeed. Now, I'm just getting word that our stream has gone down.
What'd you do?
Oh my goodness. No, we're not live. We've been down for quite some time now.
How long have we been down?
I don't know. I don't know.
YouTube stopped working. You guys still streaming?
Exactly.
It says that we're still live.
Yeah.
This page isn't working. What do you mean this page isn't working?
Who told you?
YouTube.
Oh.
And someone just tweeted us now. YouTube is down.
YouTube is down?
Yeah, that's what someone said. YouTube is down. Are you guys still streaming?
Be like, yes, we are, but YouTube is down. No. Oh my God. First this, my haircut, everything's just going off. Just everything. No one's watching us. I was like, wow, we lost people just because of the Mexico game, but no. YouTube is down. Let me see if I can try to find us. YouTube is literally down.
Unbelievable.
Can you guys go on your phones and see if YouTube's up?
Okay, I'm going on YouTube right now. No, it's down.
It's down.
It's down. I can't even.
Oh my gosh. Can't watch my videos
F
no more.
this. I'm out. Guys, I'm out.
We're down. No, this is terrible because we can't even record the podcast anymore.
Oh no.
And we don't have a backup, right? Like we don't record Listen, guys, we need to get this new setup ASAP because with the new setup, this would have never happened. Because at least with the new setup, you can press record and stream, and even stuff like this goes down, you have the recorder, you just upload that one.
I can still record this. I can do a screen recording, and it will record everything we're doing right now.
Right, but we just
I don't know. I don't know where we stopped. I don't know where
exactly.
YouTube killed us.
Oh my goodness.
I think it was right after we talked America. So on that end, we're good. Good.
If it's that, then we just cut it at that, and then that's the podcast.
And I'll let them know. I'll be like, hey, you know what, guys? We talked a little bit more, but it killed us.
Mm-hmm.
We just never banked that YouTube would ever go down.
Yeah, especially now. Wow.
All right, so we got to do another show this week.
We missed the Mexico game for this.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I know.
Are you kidding me? YouTube?
Turn it on right now. I have it on.
Unbelievable. Oh, you have it on? I watch it
on right now. I'm gonna watch it right now. Yeah.
Sorry. I was hungry before we started.
Oh.
I haven't ate either, too.
Yeah, same.
I lost my appetite after my haircut.
I have to go off campus to go get food.
I know, dude. You've been muting yourself, coughing and everything. You good?
I told you I sound like booty cheeks.
No, you don't sound like booty cheeks. Booty cheeks is not.
Wait, so what do we do now?
We either redo the show for funds for the lulz, or we just apologize and tell people that we're not gonna have a SoundCloud or iTunes.
We will have it out. We will. I just don't know exactly where we're gonna have it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. We don't know emails, right?
Listen, when YouTube comes back in about an hour, we'll see where we left off, and if we need to do another show, we'll do another show.
Sounds good with me.
You guys down?
Dylan, I know you're sick. If you can't, then you can't, man.
No, I can. It's just I sound like booty cheeks.
Right.
Actually, you sounded pretty good throughout the whole show.
Yeah, you didn't sound bad at all.
Oh, y'all should have heard me in choir then today because I sounded like major booty cheeks.
You sound like Madonna.
I sounded worse than that.
Hey, look at the bright side. At least your hair's not as bad as mine.
I'd rather swap with you and have bad hair than me being sick right now. I almost missed class this morning.
We forgot to announce as well that the prize for the trivia will be next week.
Yes. And we said we would discuss that. So in an hour when we come back.
So $3. That's all I got to my name right now. This press badge ain't getting me nowhere yet, guys.
It will one day. It will one day. At least you have a press badge.
Hopefully, yeah. At least you have a press badge, man.
Mm-hmm.
One day.
No. Oh, Christian doesn't know about my other podcast I'm gonna be doing here in town.
Oh, the Hispanic one?
Yeah, with the bilingual newspaper.
Nice.
They're gonna have me report the news in English.
That's beautiful. Congrats, buddy.
Okay, so we're an hour. We're gonna give YouTube an hour.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go eat.
I'm gonna go watch the Mexico game.
And then we'll come back in an hour.
Well, y'all have fun with the Mexico game. I'm gonna go off campus and get food. Okay. That's my only option right now.
Well, I'm not gonna go off campus. I'm gonna go out of my house, but
right.
I have time.
Okay, so you know what? I haven't even clicked stop broadcasting. So what if this all got recorded?
Yo, if this all got recorded, can we keep it up, please? Because this is very funny.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it up.
Oh, definitely. And then that'll give them like behind the scenes of the Eagle Life.
And someone's gonna be like, hashtag booty cheeks.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, we are becoming very controversial.
We are.
10 years down the road, someone's gonna find this podcast that we did last.
We're gonna be on exactly. We're gonna be on ESPN. Then they're gonna breaking news hashtag booty cheeks. It's gonna show up on ESPN
and booty cheeks.
Oh, dude. So yeah. Okay. So an hour.
An hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back